Bibi Aboko.
Yamiado, maybe I had you.
Enye izo.
Only the make elections have been here radio. So they have a policy. Once the job is done.
Nothing about radio. I think it's a cool policy. And say abua in all your elections.
Yes, because I take in top.
And top on come.
You get the job done.
Yeah.
I've always said.
Yeah, that's true. But this was an exciting campaign for what particularly, Meboa?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Before I say anything, in fact, we feel the Ekosiisen, I mean, His Excellency, the President-elect, trust them is that your comeback will always be greater. Now, Oshe, the way 2016 occurred, and then some Ghana for Kanye. Now, Oshe the Enyame, I am His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, na Eyasedan Kuto, and I was here the man. The first female vice president-elect, incoming vice president of Ghana, Nyame Mame, Prof. Jane. So she's always been a pace setter, and I've always said, Obia Nyamingo, I want to sono, only BBI, and Mijidi said she really added something extraordinary to our campaign. I'm a launch campaign, man, I'm with her. And campaign, it was a very significant aspect of our campaign. And me money chinkwa na me fa kwenya yin so na me nchia me national chairman Yenra General Esedun Ketia. In these elections, so Obisamia, one of the people who stood out, Chairman Esedun Ketia. His energy levels was amazing. Masa baby a koni abre crown who be doing a chairman. And we thought all 276 constituencies, almost 90 276 constituencies at his age and Jumo to me, and the young cranny branch and about cranny, Becobeba Nona. So I remember even asking him, I died a year and last year for all he said, how does he do it? And you know, for every campaign to run effectively, we will be a better nature. Now what's in it? And this time around, our strategy worked very well because our General Secretary, Fifi Kwete, he was the main campaign coordinator. And when it gets tough, he gets into the field. But most often, probably as a problem with a buyer, as a monster conquerors, or I know afro. As a president, call Hanomono, we were actually on Hefa. Reverse, go back here. So there are some regions you remu. So while the team is in the regions, have been quite a film. It was because of the feedbacks we were picking, and we needed near Yobia or better naturally. Now with me because so my member no so and he played his role extremely well. Now member national executives in Abaso. Because to achieve success, you need a collective effort. And Yamin Chadie, it was a collective effort from all national officers. But Obi, this campaign was largely run by the youth of the
youth-driven campaign.
And I worked with a fantastic team. And because of me, from my working committee chairman and any team. Ebabedu, my finance committee. Finance they mobilized support
resources.
And we also had a group of young, dedicated people. The list is so long. But I worked with an amazing team. People give me credit. Nobody should give me that credit. It is the backroom team I worked with. The ideas, because the leadership is a course. What follows are the effects of it. But to be able to achieve in the innovations you saw, we redefined campaigning. The 21st century, and we were digital age, and so we had a targeted campaign. We made sure that we reached every demographics via a walk. From the aspirational, the unaspirational, the educated, the uneducated, the list we even had a campaign solely for
Gen
traders and
Zs.
artisans.
Okay.
We had the Gen Zs,
Millennials,
even first-time voters, free SHS. You're segregating campaigning in such a way, say, you're segmenting in such a way, say, Obia Inya, and your arrowheads are more headed each section.
Okay.
My member team now, Jumano. Now, I commend my regional youth organizers, me 2 deputies, no. Ruth Sedo and Osman.
Ayarega, yes.
And me regional youth organizers, with deputies. Massa, amazing work. And the constituency youth organizers. When we met, and what we do is the region is
okay.
And then we assess the challenges. And we all admitted, say, if the NDC lost these elections, we knew that it was we the youth that had failed.
Yeah.
Because the free voter population now in Mebunu and a Dorso.
Yeah.
So how were we going to reach them? And every direction, every instruction, every suggestion, they implemented it to the latter.
Wow.
Wow. So on election day, all the even from the registration, all through to election, everybody stuck to the scripts. And there was some special operations team. They do Kumase, na Spirito Jinaha, na Jaru Jinaha, na Osebaba, na Isedu Aba. It took a lot of efforts.
To put that team together.
All that people to come and support the NDC. We spent days in Ashanti region. Engaging. So when I did my work in Tafo, on that platform, you saw all the from heroes. That is how they refer to them in Kumasi. Saw all the heroes who hold Ashanti region, and they were all NPP. And the master of it was the Saturday before John Mahama era
Ashanti region
Sunday, over 20,000 NPP for a press conference. Somewhere defective.
20,000.
Over 20,000. A press conference. It was led by a young man called Malam, Alaji Ayana Malam Yaya. There were a lot of media houses.
So defective NDC.
And you know what? The MPP used a lot of money to suppress the story. But I said something there. They can suppress it. They can pay all the money not to get it published. A few of the media houses picked it up. But a lot of them fell for it. So, but the Nipana Kume who suppress the story now. On the day of elections, you vote against you. And that is exactly what you saw.
In Ashanti region, strategy is Mobema NPP for Ashanti region, lose interest in even going out to vote. Was it part of more strategy?
It means now in discuss strategy. But the truth is that when people leave, they talk. In Yemani Bibria, they vote in Ashanti. Let's not take that away from them. But most of the numbers were not real. After 2020, we did a lot of interrogation. And our campaign, I've always spoken about data. Maybe politics is not data. Because data doesn't lie. And so my data team in the office spent a lot of time analyzing the data in Ashanti. They did Yebufaso. So consistently we knew something was not up. And we had a call center. So if I register now, we try to call, we try to send messages. We'll send messages, it'll be a bounce back. And you assign a profile. So we try to profile every voter. It is a mefa obia. If I go into my database, I'm able to tell Obi because I'm profiling.
Oh, you did that work?
Yes. And we were even sending targeted messages into who a broadcaster. Our manifesto promises on broadcasting. We get that message. And we did all this from the National Youth Wing.
More office.
So it was technology, data-driven campaign. And then apart from that, we had boots on the ground. And so we came from all angles. And I kept on telling them, I cannot be a youth organizer in my second term in opposition.
Yeah.
Because if you are there, I'm going to show me. It was not going to happen. But you know the sad aspect, most of these things we were doing, we did them in 2020. But because of COVID, and you know, our challenge too was that I had just come into office in 2019. Within the
more in your time and fine, yeah.
And at the beginning, I said, Emery. We never said the whole plan, our focus, are you able to do that? So a lot of the things we saw, and the Green Army, we started the Green Army in 2020. But it took time for the branding to be accepted. But with time, Ghana for Bejitu. Now, me fa Kenya is so. I mean that election directorate, led by Dr.
Maneboama.
Amazing work. The collaboration between the office and the office. He gets to Kumasi. We did a lot of work in Kumasi. We do Europe. And so a lot of things that happen. And the issue of collation, and then it's between collating results. This all Lucy elections are every more results. What happened to their collation? Where is Joe Anoche? Omu didn't need as I told you. It is, but
who we need results,
and so Omanebo man his teams, Dr. Tabuate, Yara Koku, amazing job, amazing job. And let me also commend the Ghanaian youth. Sir, elections here, the wave here by green wave here, tsunami here, it is because the Ghanaian youth wanted change. They bought into our message, they accepted, and it started from the youth manifesto.
Yeah.
But you see, in all this, let me commend the national officers. We brought a program called Alpha, Omujitu. Led by me.
Alpha. Okay.
I'm not going to discuss the details of Alpha. Omujitu. Then I went back to my national chairman and my general secretary. So we want to do a youth manifesto.
A separate youth manifesto.
Separate manifesto for young people. And I'm call me flag bearer as well. I'm the boss. There's elections. The data tells us that it's young people. So let's do it. And so some of the policies, like the Formula 133, the 24-hour economy, it was 24-hour economy. But we broke the youth wing broke it down to Formula
133.
Because only Gen Z is there. You need to communicate in their language. And over my office, I have so many of them.
Gen Z.
I'm doing different. And some of the ideas, and you know, we had a lot of support. You be a youth wing office, no. President Mahama came to the call center. Every year calls. FFA. The running mates that time, now vice president elect. Every year calls. And so we got all the support from the leadership of the party. Occasionally, general secretary at Twafa.
Okay.
Or national chairman. Sometimes impromptu. No national chairman then I'm here. So it motivated the young men and women. And we're not paying them.
Pro bono.
You see, it's amazing how people get committed and dedicated to a certain cause. But all this is possible because John Mama and maybe for your whole life you will never get the opportunity of shaking the hands of a president.
We need a picture.
And you know, there was a morning we were even surprised by Prof. Jane.
Oh, okay.
And she just didn't come. She came like a mother.
Wow.
So Obana Oye Jumana, and then our manifesto committee chairperson, Prof. Dansobo.
Yes.
Amazing man. I remember one afternoon I decided to send a boy around the office unannounced. I'm the Prof. We manifesto that we end there. What are you talking about? But in 2020, we were talking about the youth manifesto. We had a committee for the youth manifesto. And I say yes, then I'm so Prof. But the document is not here, and I'm the Prof. So you go and come. Well, as your young man, I have called Michael. There is a Michael and Prosper. And they should extract everything from the youth sections and give to you.
Yes.
But I want to see the documents. and he gave us all the supports. And so the revival of our campaign probably started with the youth.
With a youth manifesto, which was followed by town hall. Now,
Town hall
say
meeting.
the same day,
The same
right?
day.
Yeah.
That was International Youth Day.
Yeah.
And President Mahama was amazing.
Yeah.
You see, because leadership is everything. Because with all this, if there were impediments in our way, if I did not get the support I enjoyed from my national chairman, my general secretary, my flag bearer, came to me to the extent that all on one Dr. Callisto Afro. I know times are hard. Somebody will call you. So Accra
support Abba.
Yeah. And so they encouraged us right from the word go. And if everybody sees that the Green Army has done well, it is because
of the team on your one thing I was curious about but I remember some minute fellas kwacho for Sweden Komo Wahada. Me a simple question, sir. Why was it difficult for the NDC to win elections at university campuses? And Ebimu tracing it down to the fact that the founding of the party, how the party was founded, in the alienated the intellectual community, and the party suffered from that across university campuses. This year, for the first time, as a must sweep you almost every polling station.
Every single polling station on every campus.
Every university campus.
Of course, yes.
Like
check where they are. Every major university, an NDC MP was elected,
including University of Ghana, Legon. And you don't know how did it happen? And you think, say, and then more rebranding about full cycle
see, it's work in progress. We still have a lot more to do, a lot more to cover. There was a wind that was blowing. We called it a wave.
The green wave.
Yes, and I'm saying that from a but the wave was blowing. We took advantage of the wave and we surfed it. So to be able to surf properly, you must be able to steady the wind.
Maybe a buffer.
Maybe a buffer, so you can surf on it. And, you know, we took our surfing boards and then timed it and surfed on it. And you see, it was never in 2020. Our results on the campuses improved.
Okay.
And then I say it was work in progress. So when I was pushing for re-election, I remember saying that said, Mama, you see the full extent of what we're doing. Because to come from zero, and we are at zero, you don't get results overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. But in 2020, UPSA campuses, we won.
Okay.
Legon, some of the halls, we didn't win. But the gap was not more than compared to what we did in 2016.
Okay.
And so we managed to position ourselves for takeoff. And in 2024, in Yamenchadi, we took off. We rebranded. Today, we are the most attractive brand on most of our campuses.
Attractive political brand.
Party, yes, political. Say, yeah, maybe a politician. So I'm talking politics. So, and we've positioned, and you see, we also managed to bring some personalities from the universities. And our students,
okay.
I remember 2 professors. I'm leaving out their names. In 2029,
2019.
2019, yeah, 2029.
Future.
2019, I remember 2 young men. There is a young man called Julian.
Okay.
Ascobic. So there are some 2 lecturers on campus. They seem to have a good vibe with the students. So you encourage out to them. A lot of them speak on your show, so I'm leaving their names out. And I'm a call more office. They didn't want to do politics. I managed to convince them. Finally, I even got them on some of our committees. And so they resonate with the student. That is in Lagos. In UCC, in most of the universities, we and I mean, may I point say, young men. There was a young man called Bright Edry. I put him in charge of student affairs.
Okay.
And then I team coordinators. From 2020, it was David Derry, Abina Kunedu, amazing young people. And then in 2024, Gombela, Paul Volta region. Porcello.
Okay.
Abuna Kunedu again is still in the Sheriff.
Okay.
This time around, I had about 8 or 7 of them.
10 coordinators.
10 coordinators across. And then the regions also appointed 3. And on to shame.
Wow.
And then the National Youth Working Committee chairman, Okaimenta, former Isin Life organizer, amazing soldier. Non-stop. Baby Obeura. Daring, industrious, and a very good support system. And my deputies, Ruth and Osman. Yeah, my friend. In the middle of the night, they will come. And for somebody like recruitment, 2020.
Yes.
What most people don't know is that there was a time she was even pregnant.
Yeah.
With the accident.
Yeah.
Wow. In 2020, why C-section. Ruth, forgive me, I'm saying this.
Yeah.
They did a Water region. In the middle of the night, Yefi Water, and the girl was bleeding.
Oh.
But
party who don't see.
Not my friend, okay. And the husband is also an amazing guy, Adams. My friend, 12 midnight route, Charlie, if I move, go here. She's more of a soldier than Yembe being poor. And then Osman moves. Sometimes, Ube do know do that. With time you can, so I drive through the night. And so we needed this power so bad. And I kept on saying, we're not doing this for ourselves. Obi, baby, I'm not here, we could not endure another 4 years under the NPP. And I kept on telling them, I would not want my children to grow up and ask me, were you there at that time when these guys took over and destroyed everything? And what did you do? And so we needed to stand up and to be counted. And my finance committee led by Dr. Dofo, Dr. Various, Ernest, Kojo Jones.
Yeah. Oh, Kojo Jones.
No, I had
now we're solid.
That's it. So
we're solid finance backbone.
So and amazing people. There are times there is a guy called Anna Swari. Anna Swali, from the Bono region. Yeah. If I say I'll talk, and meet me from 12 midnight, Charlie, here we are Hanomo. We was there, course, papa, I'll be doing them now. And we got a lot of support from people who accommodated us. Ghana itself wanted change.
Yeah.
There was that goodwill. And
that goodwill only a massive.
There was goodwill. Yeah. And you see, when you carry yourself well too, and we operated a very transparent process. They were more than willing to do it. And my regional youth organizers also did very well. Sometimes with the regions, the normal identifying crop you can talk to so that they help fund programs. And so hide the hammer. Finally, God got us here.
Yeah. Wow. Into George Opare Addo no Edin Komo, a national youth organizer, Edema NDC, taking us through the experience on this campaign and how they managed to chalk this historic success in the campaign. Honorable Ekosiisen Asifua say Ochiao. I think now body you say bright Ejir.
Bright Ejir.
Yeah, bright Ejir.
Mr. Dabiko Tudo, make what affirmation me to but next time I'll be Tudo. Ejir is there. I found it ready. If it's a father of friends, we now got up to 2, but we were finding ready. Next 4 years, me 2 no.
No, but is it the case more targeted some constituencies be a special project? Say we move some more Jema NDC.
Yes.
More targeted constituencies.
Yes, the youth wing had targets. I'm saying tafu failure, Vincent Van but because you 90% success, 90 or 98, almost 90, 97.
Of constituencies are more targeted. Obviously, I was so West Ogon back home because of the university.
John is my backbone. John and it was a constituency and that was where our office was located.
Yes.
And we're leaving no stone unturned.
You're not interested high.
Abba, Obi. And I'm not a Alassane,
Lydia Hassan.
Exactly.
He says, student.
Special voting.
Yes.
And those are things the special prosecutor should be getting interest in.
They have actually gotten interested.
So these are things that should not go unpunished, because once you become an MP, you become a role model.
Yes.
And then people look up to you. You become a standard bearer.
Yes.
People in them, it affects generations. Student elections do happen. Imagine student election. Na candidate bin na line no Jessica, no Chediani, no Chediani.
Student election, like SRC elections.
SRC elections. Just can you imagine what will happen on a day? Yeah, two SRC president. Now when our contest, we need be an engineer contest.
Yes.
Now Opare Addo and our wow we candidate. Unam line we now check. You be be there and yes, imagine what it means. Because it's on election day, the law even forbids you to campaign. So I say, and that day was election day, special voting day. It's election day. So I said, so you don't. You see, it was a no, and you see the impunity. Said me na me what to me no. It pissed a lot of people off. It pissed us off. So that's what that constituency did.
You do or die, mama.
So Uncle Fie, Uncle Shia said, you don't do this. Not and even in an intellectual community like the university.
And not more the same target so for UCC and Cape Coast. That should be Cape Coast North.
We spent days in Cape Coast. We moved our whole machinery to Cape Coast. Yes.
To make sure that we see Belusu.
My friend was say, "Won't me we need to don't forget it."
Abekansa Ewaha, former constituency chairman for the NPP, New Joab in North. Sounds so in the just ended election, independent parliamentary candidate in Kranza North, Reverend Charles Owusu, and so Abekansa Ewo studio ha. Okojina Okono. Ewa abatuo mu ye to abawie ye no and then the first time all badwumedie yi eso and we are privileged to have him join us here so for akwa abete saying
adam bibia boko
bibia ekoye
de nyame aye ni abrini na nyame pe na oye
yes
na the most important thing we are seeing obi ahia ye enkwa enkwa mu du chen bibia ni say ntina say obi a tro wela agapade wona pay bato de nka ho
yes
oye de ma enkofo foforo it means that like say valuable thing awo agapade e na ye nkwa ekutawo
yes
me no ka say so enkwa nyame na de ma owura na ye madoma me sa kanti asedan kuto na me de ma awrade say ode me koye
and was signed
me ba osade me ba no so ode me ba say de ode me koye pepepe and munyam hye so san ka ho enti asedan nyame dia
very well. And Bebrina Busa Obi now so for elections no echo saying
yo mehu minu akojo ha se akojo oba ono no the swag there no one that say
honorable swagger
or swagger nkasa me menu pani chairman so
yes
chairman kujo nyamishira no me doni ye pa menu no ma me no ma shame do me ye pa in fact no one that said me no me ba when because they get along pa me do win na sine empire boni futu ni akwankyere and na me san da me man for ase from me mind hin so na nyame enchade nyame ayade fefe bia man se enrada asantemanra afedie ode niam atoto akwan mu ama kransa man hin ya start ya mamre di na kodam.
It is here or besum sikaja
and chekra ye or beside sikaja na asundua bankransa.
Okay.
Because kransa ye crew ye krokese pa. Ye were 2 municipality our traditional council and there's 2 district. There were 4 political district and 2 district 2 municipality and the Paramountcy. Na sa se no enye na niam bia ya ma kana acquire from kransa to bupe. Na say nema sakakra ntino amamre no nsema no zasin bi ba ne enyo hona meko but ye man hene wa ho brase pa is a young man or brain ho ase odoni papa nti enra me hu bibi say course was Santiman council me nije pa ti medana se na mada adehye nyina so ase from nanom so imam for asofo ne kromfo nyina obi ye koye na meka say said the nyame pe na waye mame mo menua kwasi mensa Joseph Abaso NDC candidate na all to media wo kwa Jeffrey Robinson went man here enye police case na on ho ne wo e free nza na wa lusu but finish or sign maintain here na makoso asre say 4 years the omaya tia sense na ban ni ho nti wenti man ye the opposite ye fortunately for us no nyame do ye
na ban ya ba
ya president or NDC on say nya on so ye NDC ni e bia na nyame nam so ye hwehwe ne bibetime free ho den money bibetime den aba nti ye ma nyina ya to ba wi ye fa support den e ma no ne mo mpa ye ma no na sisan yemra obi mi ko na abato ne fam nti minua swagat ye me bo mu asema o so odi MP o kota so yendi ye di no mfutrum ho na keep say kodi no na area bia dynamics enko in Grand North you were 99 communities apart from smaller a villages
hamlets
yeah 99 na grass sheshe 99 grass no ne do nya asem ketwa na every village or community be any one man visiting medimaka say meda 99 meda almost about 80 communities na meda you know man for din komo na de bia na niema keka kono tie from NDC headquarters tie from MPP headquarters no be anim say abano onyame dia man na this year until say beto abana so you know obi entin konkoda na etuomo suman kasa hey me say man ko abato no bia nka minim say the politics here wow obi any ma chiche because me my dream no
on D-Day
no and then even before my dream is say me will scar metal to niam dia chiche nkofo a your community see here na me bre ya na be hu here nsuo adam me fa nkoyema one community be a school bi na ehiambo bi yenkoboa ne sa na no say me chichen sika man nkofo say fa nkoto ba na me sa to ne ma chiche no now I don't believe in those nema but hey sanke say agro no no man for no prefer say all this sika be show mo sem fa nkoto ba dan so the project amom obi na ade ba kwa hadwen say Mr. Pa say you Mahama Abbey.
Yes.
I want your numbers of parliament.
Yes.
But yen yembra. Yeah, electoral system no. Abribia you better call registration be in the district office biano. E kofa a chinjeje eba.
Okay.
Say yeah registration communities ma. Obi of community be yinim no. Community ne kase yasan. Me ho 31,000. A little over 31,000 to about 20
registered voters
2020 yes
okay
a balloon to 38,000
to 7,000
think of one now free transfers in Kwani or be limited registration baby bow almost 7,000 people 7,000 and about consensus transfers name a limited registration name because yeah no easy office no mimi krom do me abra obi timi kasa ofi do me abra se fie be mu na ofi onim fi kro ofi mu o challenge na ebu ye ntiase because committee na o challenge ye no committee na ekotena ase na wonka ho obi enti omo hwe ne nsem no so ma gia tuma wontimi ye ho hwe wie no obetima ye but say any community ma there's no way a obetimi aba register ato aba abra ho fi kro no ani nti ye to aba o me hoyi duabo e course no nya sem ketwa yeah krom ho no sorry bodua the snap ni nkosua no because they don't know them. What's one of our bus mienu si ofi krom community
nko beto aba
fo si free bus no ba obie ni ofi kro no na the certain is o mato aba na wi o mko no mo na bre na yeden eba moso na nso de ya hihya ya nti me my major metro petition ama era Mahama
okay
na masa petition parliament so me gidi say ye ne mra kra preko a ebi yi say ba ya anytime be electoral commission form discretion say mo pese district office hono nipa na hono untimi nya kuro bia community bia nipa so wa begina district office wa be challenge obi but say ye no polling station say ye no polling station that na dia I'm sure say obia oti krom ufri krom na nte ho a mimi krom do me abra e kuro kase but e so mro so say ye nim obia okrom ye nim obia de etu kwan ye nim no de owu ye nim enti untimi mmase mi fi kuro mu ko mra no me sure say mra no kire say obi a wo free ho and now ye adwuma ho now watena ho not less than 2 years one ka 2 weeks asem and one ka 1 day asem but these are the things anko amanyofo no eye na omo ya na omo de aba be eye niam na omo fam obi ya to aba me wini special voting we need special voting bia obi o wini special voting bia e wini can say
special voting una we wini results by no we wini
hands down
and ye wie kan bibia wie na afi wa benya sen
oh ye wie na manya 5,000 almost 5,500
means that would third
and
at the MPP ni nya saying
we nya 9,000 over 9,000
and NDC ni nya
10,000 a little over 10,000
oh okay
bibisa
wow
wow basically I to say that so constituency because nipa bebre ntia say how by e binom de me hu ba me nka wo afidie so because I want say ade o kona odi ncho wi a usua nyansa fi onya ohu na kwan bebre nya afida mbeka say me hu say simesi yesi ana me hu say bintin yesi but de me hu nyina e say mbetena se nyame ma me ho kwan say me nko bi ma because me nyame pe na me de benante nyame ka say me nko bi na me kode ya na nyame bi aga obi be dada ho na masiri but o kan nyina boma man wini ne bom me da nyame ase say me ngu me ho so den anima se na de toso mienu so no me manfo ani ehu mani ni so di hu a me wo na ade ba kwa na me de ni say kan no wo ye campaigner na because MPP NDC no we anya anya campaign bia omo ha woni no bezada nti wa obeti ma ba se nipa mo no na obenya
vote no
obenya vote this time round here me hu say MPP for ye bibi me hu say NDC for so dey ye bibi me kono keke no show boy e di ba ye any ba
constituency
me nua Opare kasa na me hu say NDC for in fact this year election the omo ya adwuma every week be no man who's national officer be so over me I tell you Haruna including Haruna used to me na almost said that smart former MPB or yeah sabe konkomani ya konkoma for pa obedi almost about 2 weeks called them kurana say because now I have taken over obisa me kwadwo swag out here now come booksman then they knew say I have won the seat but I'm telling you near mama di gu akwan mu no just mosquito no namu na we namu I mean I am so we need so we know because the way I see structure
campaign
no
all over the place
hey o me ho an ma te say asumasi aba na obetwa me a Pablo mi na betwa me koyo betwa me akose ba bi di matema msimu nya no me nua no anya hwe ye besan ka bom na we so aba na we abehim no otwa me a na okọ na we aba na otwa me a na okọ but ye hode in sort of niam nketenkete bi e ba yina no me say me boa say asumbi be ba because the reason is say me intelligence kire me say Nkofobia a plan on me home. And so the moment I'm visiting police station Biano at the Basabasa Ebeba. Obi.
In the Utuya and Alcope,
me 2 years and Koda. Me 2 years and free police station, Koda me them send me that whole day BCBA AC. Because me ma obi mfa bibi me bomb me or minti bibi nkobo obi. Na me wi aba no yesi ma wini obi ewu ana obi epira. Fa so be na me nya firi so.
Very well.
So to me na ye de som yem fancy ade nti nipa dodo ana ehwe na onim say amanfo bebre nim say na me wini yo be ba ye ni nipa bom me abaso nyina nim say na me wini the reason is say na me na say me wini
yeah
but the ama me ran ho no say nyame nim de ye in fact this time round we hear say kwadwo num won pa ibokọ akiri pa onim say bondi ene veteran ase kan say Yewura Mahama benya 56%. Okay.
Okay. Baba asan bekan ye.
Okay, say Yewura Mahama benya 56%. In fact, a see no.
Sada no ka say NPP will struggle to even maintain 2 seats in Greater Accra.
Yes.
Ye nyina yes 3.
Yes 3.
Yeah.
But indeed, it happened. Like I said, soon no. Owura no na o haye na adwen say e NDC for afi. And e bia nyame pese odi Yewura Mahama ye bibi sonko bi.
Edimo
minor. Nti all man that opportunity onya excuse bia enka say oh na sumesi na bentinti ena mantimi ayenti no happen here no ha me dey meeting boy nyina nse me cause me kwakoboa ti ebenya obi a na ban beba no betimi aboa amane makoyi a so be ti me wish o nyina well na yewura nsem no mu a na me won nsem bia nkomo bia me yewura Mahama yede ebedi
mate
na say kwajo
time to mamenye initial way mra why
time pa
oh yeah Say one more hour.
One
more hour. But 1 hour is a lot of time.
Too much.
And moderator.
Moderator.
Say, I can't be all. But I may dealing with this.
Oh, Titibi, imagine out from you. Oh, the man in Titibi.
What do you mean? See, I'm
May always see.
Oh, Sam.
4:30. And I just a program in Shas.
And there was a discussion segment.
4:30. Acha, the young fan 5
there.
Because only when you guest be only no deal come on there. Fine, at least your mouth 30 minutes be anka wa fans.
Me for 1 hour, manya there, fetch me.
You are some the board advert gusu. Now it here.
Advert dey here pa.
No, me kasa membo, but who board advert doing 2 hour time ah. Now that's a my enko fear.
Time no media na me mama kakra.
Time near here. Time near here. No, time you say I want to another money in here.
Oh, na say air time.
I know time ah, time. Because won't me find every who you this half 1.5 hours. No, who personally, that is what I say whole time. Won't me find every.
Me the ben you men Canada. Anyway,
so you near mine bet na one come there will be interrupt mo. Bunya mo time the year one the yes you create Accra ye benyano ye ba na ade.
Anyways,
oh there be traffic there from one the aba be do na wa sa bet na say 1 hour ade.
Na say traffic na we have na just say enkomo e was say aban foforo no ehwe na ye traffic home. Traffic management is a problem in this city. And there was here di home come. Maybe another time.
Aban was no katre no nye ye nyamba ye beba 7.
Na say aban was really lame.
Now they are mine. They are still in government. So talk to them.
That's how I was really lame. The mood of the country now is receptive to the incoming government.
Nobody is saying no to that, but they are still in government until the 6th of January. It is a whole light there. They have the right to go and fix it.
Yes, of course, I agree with you.
And yeah, now they will put our mind.
10 minutes already.
Then I'll say,
oh, so
maybe come out and maybe then I'll say,
me ma wakwaba na wa the count.
Maji.
Bibi aboko.
Nyamia dumboko.
Still in the victory mood on.
Oh, victory there. Some I say, yeah, and yeah, victory. Yeah, the celebrate it too much. A juma no dosu. And Niayemi yawo muye. The transitional issues are bebano. You see, this last minute, companies need abuse government institutions, agencies, just pushing people in, promoting people. It's so nauseating. So nauseating.
They are buffalo.
They are buffalo because only Macau 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks. What I say?
Yes.
I did a wee. Nipa na who pushing a shell. Ono na who punishing. What I say? Because the new CEO now Oba read the records. We da ben Oba we dey see. And every government and also one crofo amaboa na ye adwuma wo. Ono so say so push it. Nti feel sa gap ni nyina answer wakọ no. No say saying. Who buy one yiri? As omunya Ghana for any say. Nti no omo mass system no. And President Kufuor on the 6th of January 2009 or signing your friend saying single spine salary structure into being.
Yeah.
When he knew he was leaving the scene, and it took President Mills over 2.5 years to implement it, struggled through it. And then when they finished, they come now also obey a one-time premium now went to Nyanye. Now just have wage a seen the console about a one-time premium.
So you could have shaken it.
What you say? So some of these things.
That's by force.
Now you are the presidential because we are talking about government workers. Who bet in Yadinano? Kojo Jai now Kano. What I say, you know, I think say we all have to be measured, especially around this time. Now, yema abina all ban. All of a sudden, doom so I started.
Oh, doom so bang.
Oh, Bisami. Oh, we are now to you do light to.
I don't do media pa.
We are now to you do light to. Me ho baby I'm tea grass. Be fun said elite area cry. You doom.
That's a fault to me, Mama.
I don't fault. At the is a year consistent. A fault when you see no now. China, I say no. At the China,
how do you pa?
Me ba se sia mo generator sisu hunti. Ana hunti ukoko abonti mo generator sisu.
Edum kakra na se sia asa.
Na make atra we inti no dum so no wo. Let's appreciate it. So inti no the government outgoing government, you know, what should I bedding, and then their politicians. I expect is and as someone away the document from Bra 1 CD. You patrono and the most from Bra 15 CDs. And in the moment to me and a more person will beat me the magic.
That's how panic promises or
promises or the petrol about 15 CDs.
Or promises or better petrol boss.
Away. Okay.
Now,
okay, you tell me, give me, don't know, away from Okan. So Betty petrol was okay.
Okay, this so because me free or not petrol bought to say Sisia Abasi in the Montwaba Amamia. What's the inference you would draw?
Please. Me say nipa na or babe catcher say me petrol board no to say. And then for maybe I watching petrol board no akwa kodu. That is what all two ideas is say such a person no. Ono aso bi obsa gina wa say oba obeye bibi foforo. Ochi wa je say se kwatre kwase obema ontuma tie ni di.
And enya say ono beba abete so.
I say yente so keke, yeti petrol so sa keke. It must be underpinned by economic factors.
Yes, I bet you came from.
And I'm a boy. Now we have Jackie dollar. I could do 170. Now says I say you import fuel. Yenti petrol, yenti dollar no. So just say I don't get it. So until say dollar no, you bet to me ya ma ne abafom. Then it can affect the net effect.
Because all my excuses.
And your excuses are some practical. Practical. When num dra hunu. Omo be that Ghana for one this, one that, one this. Look at them. And they still have the mouth to come and sit on radio and talk. These people. Omo in the parliament. Omo any who say ya beat him to the pop, to stupor. Like this. Musanko Parliament, we are the 67, no by here, what the bad?
I'm on 67.
Oh, yeah.
67 the other day.
Mini microphone.
As only a constitutional observer group.
Mini micro minority. Mini micro minority. Where you didn't know assume Parliament.
Sir?
You didn't know assume. They can't do focal. Focal. You see, I don't want to know assume Parliament. Nothing they can do. Focal. But yeah, we will prove to them say numbers, no. Sabi, me almost 169 and almost Ghana gold. Ama a Japa for one Jesse will say one. Young fan, yes, sir. We will hold it like I say handle with care out here, say. Because we have a fragile country as we speak. Fragile. Niema titia pansam. Here say ye de odo. Ye de ahufama. Ye de tunwache. Any honesty cry I can't say.
No credit.
Any Ghana for edi is our soul. That is what we should do. Not the arrogant criminals.
Hey, Dabi. Criminals is a strong word.
And then what this country has become a crime scene.
Oh no.
And now it has become a crime scene. Just wait for 1.5 years, months. You will see the crime scene I am describing. But not it to her. This oral thing we are talking about, it's not a joke. But signals are picky ye deti krom ha ye no sieti ye asifim esan ye abofo no mu kofie no you can't dictatorship the crown is a can't we use a word dictatorship. You were worse than President Rawlings's era. I'm telling you the truth. You were worse. President Rawlings, you see, or you're dictator, or you're NPP era. And you're worse than President Rawlings's era. You can't dictate assembly, and you use state institutions. And the DD is how a friend saying, Woody, just I mean, President Mabudi, old be through a dear Kakranti, and I, Nemani go, I mean, President Mabu. So, 18, and yet, aha, and I'm about better now. What be drumming room at Chay? Now, you see, Obi, it's a terrible country we have on our hands now. What I say, and then the finance minister is also lying about it.
They are leaving you a strong country. The Ghana Statistical Service third quarter out and GDP 7.17.2%. That's massive. That's more like pre-COVID time.
No, maybe so. This year.
No, sir. GDP in your service sector, manufacturing sector, and they've shown the figures. GSS has show figures, no. You don't believe the data?
Obi, Tumudawati. Because this government, say from then now we have turned the curve.
Yeah, we've turned the curve.
We've turned the curve, we've turned the corner. We've turned the corner. Yeah. We've turned the curve. And we just said, haven't we heard all of that? At this time, now more corner. These people, the best thing they know how to do is to coin words and use them. To words need be our coin anything. We are leaving you a robust,
strong and robust economy.
Yeah. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
But economists.
Okay.
When we come, we will examine
the numbers,
the real numbers, and then we'll put it out there. IMF kramu to me could din trochromo. But we will get there to the facts. It's we are watching you guys closely and take it from us. All right, no. To say sini ukroma.
Mateo Nobile do asare me da say. Chairman Kujo.
Obi.
Now, what prepare for oral na there?
O me fa yin anko. Say dictatorship na ba. Into your boat nia. O ti we na oral. Mo na say mo language dem mo nchero. Into Obi. O me fa yin anko. Ana mami chia obi o. Mami chia mi nuanom. Kwajo ba yi won to me.
Yeah.
You so.
Sir.
Mami chia ora ba umia. Ebi o bia e bona baso. Enemi amira the president of the republic. Let me chia the president elect.
Yes.
Nso mi chia ne bi man me man tin kwa biom. Se de bia be ba ha.
Yeah, o man tin.
Na ye man akwa ba so obi. Ye be bom pa ya man. Me say Bible Christ ye mo ye mpa ye mo ye candy for.
Sure.
De ho hia pa ni say obo mpa ye na obo mpa ye no say anamo obetu bia na eyi a ye nyina ye wo mu bi anamboa.
Yes.
Enkomo obi die bo so share Ghana nyina na obi ye mpa e bo ni say Ghana de tumi amana. Ghana tumi e de amana no. Say am one ammo mpa ye amana emfie 9. Obi unim de besi. Emfie 9. Emfie 9 ko na wie ye na sanamo na nko yi a woma omadwuma begu woma monye atiasefo biem even emu ye kora no me na bu bebi o se afinchere babata ntu nipa nyina ana meboa enti se ekoyie nso a obi ebi bekan se ye nyina ye wo work se ye tu omuka enti se abase reboso share ye ni sa ni 24 hours economy obi se base o se nko ye adwuma na jo na menya electricity free a so data make close down.
On caso be electricity free. Or better so. Yes.
Obey aggregation. Afino beba. You can say free. Compare with the Ibia UTS say. And I'm a boy. Say electricity ni boy din. Na Orojo Mahama ba. Na ye na najo. Now be aggregation afini behwe. Obi obeka osika be bomu. Na obitimi say bi afibia obetua be 100,000. No right John Mahama bana ko na najo. No you could 30,000. When you free.
What so amount?
Oh, I mean 70%
Off. Yes.
off. Oh, the me na me ma me ma na me.
E ba na sana obey wadwuma nyina na jo ana.
Na me nyande. Ah, but o de no na ho. Eno so ntin na be bom pa ya man because obi a pese oye adwuma na onya ho faso.
Yes.
Obi unya ho faso a bebre no obetumi na obetumi de bie economy na ye kan no. Na obetumi de afa nipa bebre ana meboa. Nti e be bom pa ya man. Ye mom pa ye se on fail. Eno de me pa bo nyina ne se bo sha wa shes o medi so.
Oni so.
Odiswa be boa Ghana for. If you nine ye pill, that is what God has given to him as a leader. And I'm a boy. Na omi na nina and a more betunu, especially as I say, Timu Debi Abanimran tennis.
A NDC for no.
Ah, Obi. Show Mukasa. And now she kasa be say Yakasa, where I say Ghana for NDC for Ghana for. O de nipa na kɔto aba no sɛ me mass kranya saa 4 point something to my MPP no munyi nipa bio e wo Ghana. It is the only NDC. The 6.3 million people are the people of this country. What you say? They should measure their language. And yes, I trim dena abas when you're 2 minutes no sabi munim nyansa chenobia. When you're 2 minutes Ghana for to aba mountain and ne sabi penny ni krom. Penny ni fie. Shani ma ekoso. In all, say ye betena hanumu na ebia ye bedin komo. From Monday, when we saw the boat two pa, that's where it start. And you may ekoso na besi awie. When Opare was initial submission, I saw it as an inspirational. He's trying to do something when he talk about data, what he put in for the young men. And look at his conclusion. And right, Eric Bettenhai, the same thing on their own domain. I mean, they're not about to tell me. And I said, to me now, a bar. Not just be 2 minutes a bar. Now, Ghana 2 minutes crown. Me crown, the me who say, be crown more, be great grandma man. And you come back and come and criticize. Sir Enra. So, Eric. I said, I mentioned his name. He said, me what fast, but the Mrammy tell me, where hoye.
Adai.
Say, Oti Hopa na upenia, Sabi, Obi, Yenina, Yishia. Say, Eric, minimum time of joining politics, and at the time our sister was steady, so force or ye NDC nipa mapa. And no ye Ghana Nina, Sabi said, or better, DMPP at them about what policy they are saying, or they can say, why ye Juma, and not tip policy, I say, and not tip leadership, I say. Starting from when them guys on one own domain, somebody like Setepe. If you know him very well, I got to know Setepe when he was a tax idea.
Yeah.
What I say? When Professor Mills adopted him, Opare, one of the finance ministers in the history of Ghana, Obetumakatos or the policies, make up policies, measures about Ministry of Finance, it's him. Maybe at that time, those measures and policies, you know. Now, ABI is a place near Rotina. That's where Ghanaians or your party will see it as a sovereign stage. So, I better have so far. Now, at the time I said, a Minister of Finance. No. So, no, Shenika go school. Oh, who's that? Check it out, I said, take a finance minister. Not Eric, no, class.
And yet 2016, yeah.
And I'm say 8 years ago.
Yes.
Eric, no, him for. Never know.
No, or politics was.
I want him.
I was Sumahin Crow, any Sunyani.
12 years.
Is it? And you 12.
He was a deputy.
He was deputy and then became
finance minister.
Yeah.
And
he became finance as of 2016.
Became deputy 16 years ago.
Ade we be ebi anaka futu no de ba na bi na kenofrata kofa ba ya
and also kofa
be ni nam din because na Akufo Addo baby and ameboa. You have preached for review, so review no na ebi awura na eka. And you see me there ha me kakra na say ora John Mahama obi onu anka some leadership ebe can say okay that is not any direction or no meaning no. Into the most ranty ya bro now it is a most mobile Ghana can go na mobile diana opposition no mo mamre one my where politics go up and down. Is that what you want to tell Ghanaians? Say mo bring mobile be digana for sikana. Is that what you want to say? You see, let's measure. And some people want more kind. Obi, I mean, I don't want to repeat, and I don't want to say maybe defend this sector, but at least let's respect leadership and age. A being Opare Addo we obeka. Say I me finding in there. You say you are trying. It was a very difficult thing. You're trying to put his mind on. Say, Master, someone obeka na brilliant, but baby, you know, and your more ya does. Say it muda. Measure your speech. Oja say oh catch Nana Akufo Addo say we born on your third class. Now Rollins Croco University. But he ruled this country for 19 years. President Akufo Addo time, how many people in Nana University? Oh papa at the age of the Nana Akufo Addo, obetumi awo. So a youth organizer, 81-year-old man. 81. Oh, papa, go university on what class? I don't know, Mishana. So, only papa bepe. Is that what the level that has got to? I got a saw on your lawyer and can farm because I apprenticeship. But to be our cotton classroom, I see a what is said, Sabi? We disagree with the John Mahama. In the year 2012 to 2016, the word incompetence and everything, we use it. What is your big of fun class or now? I will invest by that. When you make the things personal, Obi, after all, you're your classmate in Po. What did I make at you? One your classmate, who the in the back. So by any nana cry. I don't know your age. But Nana Akufo Addo did 20 years. I know who you are. So what part the 40 year? Nana Akufo Addo never the 60 years. And I'm a boy. Into what basu to the extent where we need power into a file team and answer it. What does the third class mean? Oh dear, because I mean I didn't know come for Akufo Addo my home. A dear partner Yenkai Obi. But me, Oma Mekwan, Megato say he's the best president of the republic now. He's the only leader, he has touched every institution. Sure. Only leader in Ghana today. Obi, Mami can be true. In everything. Schools, Ninyama, and Adwire, STEMs, Ninyama, Nina. I did back one and none of it touching me hat. Now me fast with that. Me full. It's Legon. Over. That small stretch, now me shall lay out now. Kakrebi no, me just say 2 kilometer cra. Me just say 2 kilometer. It's about be a half kilometer.
Yeah, okay.
Me can't there was sprinters now.
Flower pot. I said no, any project. Your project and your papa na here so money come as. No project. No project. I know beyond saying John Mahama na here obi. Me fast na me hwese de ya mark lanes no.
Yes.
They see me try so we dem who small China. We say call China most of the roads that little road
you be need Delaware.
Oh, say a hawk we do actually. I'm just talking about say Chinese in an area. America they all cry na work actually. So who dey me patch. Me who e? Why touch my so papa why juma. And then you can say anything. Opa, me say corruption in there. Say the kojom better he. Obviously be the aura. Omupa omunye tax force we are seeing now. Obi ube ya ben juma na about buying chronoa. You are accountable to it. What does it? I know there me who any problem here. The right of Mahama be bia o jidi say he's setting the nation in the right direction. Anything they did to me, man, many problem. But if you go in personal there, Obi, I won't allow you to go because war parade here. I mean, any amount can we free for. Huh? Whoa. No. Make I'm not no, Palestine ain't offend me. He's my younger brother. So let me tell him, say, oh yeah, because and the point is that we won't mean country, because I am a younger brother. So parent me, and American way, I will measure. That is why I'm so used to that word to measure the president of the republic. So about Sokrana, Sebi, give him that honor. Say, oh yeah, the president of the Republic of Ghana. Upo with the 8 years. Also the economy abysmal, whatever, many problem. Because you think I can't answer me. And I was angry for you now. So I answer no can. Some young can't tell me you bought answer. And I'm a one bab. My mother not going to tell any.
Private businessman. How did you buy
private businessman? Only a Juma. You know, you come under OSP. Even if you're a private person, now a contract with the government, you come under OSP.
Baby, I say,
party chairman.
Sure.
And the party now, and also party now perform. I'm speaking whether I'm speaking for government or the party.
Party communicator, government communicator.
Of course. And I'm here. I can say mobile. Something I'll catch it. But Obi, the American say. Yamma need the Emrayakun.
Mate.
Yeah, there will be an Akwajon Tias. Now, some OSP have remepe.
And also, once you have a job to do with government, you come under the radar of the OSP.
OSP are
private person. Be
OSP frame no. Sabi me go born a crown. No, I say. Kwajata die yes all the mouth Fabra na me hwe say bibi wo mu aye ya o dey come no hwe on krata wo betunka wontunka so dey to be
yes
say o to the make sense enti no media no dey bibia e wo say ye gima aban no ye nyima aban no
okay
me mpese ye be ye to say dey obi ye betena aban mu edu baabi o say this for buy no the first 2-3 years o mu ye din oh ye be chi special prosecutor ni niema afa dey o mu hu say afa bibia nkoso no me say you can't say be my special prosecutor. Say you near for me. Say you na for me. On here say bibia nkoso no. And I feel on best start here.
Okay.
O ya bokro no ade na mo fire nya di. Ya bokro no ade na mo ntie. Ade na mo mobi incorporate. Me pese say language ni obi. Ye be ka bi okrom ha. Debi. The right John Mahama kenyina. So Opare betena he. O say omu ni ba bia nkrofo ne ma hyehye. Inti ba bia obi ade ehye no. Okọ na say legitimate na ya ban dia ye nchinu ni misa say na odi
yes
aban no so no on hand over yet anameboa it is obi say who aban mu by this time na so you see 2 cars na okofie na mfa wade nkoya wa baba won krono na
I see any
enti oh de mama come as aban no one na otiase si akasa ka no one man the constitution says say obi we shouldn't leave the government
3 weeks.
No, even 1 hour. That's what the Constitution says.
Oh, sure.
There shouldn't be an interval for an hour within the government.
Yeah, sure.
What you say? Until say.
Obe handy over.
Sanima we no. I don't think I do, baby. That's this kind of impunity. Ni sa transitional team spokesperson. Yema na omu ye na mintiasi. Obi, I fa pa na work Constitution. We say aban.
Yeah, to
abawia. Aban to me sign check. Aban to me nyadien. Aban to me fanipa. And then the Omako Fano say Omeka task force you.
Committee no.
Dom level,
yes.
Tell me no right on Mahama appointed.
19th December after elections.
Thank you. Eti mo betra krom ha. Ebe hiha mani. Etwa kontompo tre Ghana for as if say mo ye sense. 19th December and appointed. The highest office. Work of fire service ni. And komokro mudi okrom ayemi ya this particular appointment I can wasem obi they got clearance in somewhere February. Go and check, it's there in the Ministry of Finance. They got clearance to hire somewhere February. Exact date I don't know, can make us 19 February.
Okay.
But obi all these things and now see omunya Ghana for ya fa kolasa on fire service and the government is the only government that was building training schools. Go to other agencies and the fire service omo ko training obi ebi wo chebi ebi wo hifa go and check mobile buy na fire service school ne ndu be 3
Mate.
say otiase
Yes.
enti say mo de mo so ba na mo be yi o madia mo yi o madia o mo nya Ghana for mo de san so mo ye anyone mo Kenya say dictatorship we don't have a problem ya nyi o madia no mo metena fie na o ma awofo ne obi a free education me ora adwo Mahama so betwa mu a me support no
On caso bitch.
oh the team in caso betwa me say na the time na moderate o tra ba o de kasam na Hawaii na so kwa na otia obi obetwa mu a ha me ba akuse okay baby obetachi bia ne ho bekire no otumi ye e ma ono the economy na opese building no because the Ghana ni nya adwuma na so nkotua school fees no problem ana me boa
Mate.
sa o pyramid no opese mo building nyina obi ye de beba betudwa
Mate.
ewa
Chairman Kujo and the attending can Ekosiisen so a higher Sempa FM.
Ulusu aba
Mamena and Mayana A202 Service Limited as Provident Insurance Yadamwase Fontina 74 Royal Kingdom Estate and Omobahami anyone would in Como Kese Belts and so Opare company umbesi wudayama kama Kese Belts Africa Queen Mackerel Obapa product omodi Obapa sardine in Swaba Doormasters omoye promotion bronye okotopno epono won ho a yateso be 20% at the amount EcoBank Ghana Boy Powerjet batteries, Access Sport Agency, one of the footballers airco trials Europe and the court Neko My Way Insurance, if in my life for an omode Abba, Syntex Tank, Seahorse Engine Oil, DBS Roofing Papa Pafie, Franco Trading, and a Tridol Express. Omunyina boy na yadi Ekosiisen dwumadie Ebramo, check with your time, 33 minutes after 6. Mene Honorable Kujo Edu Asare Newaha, Chairman Kujo, and Reverend Charles Owusu, and the Bomdi and Komoi Abramo. So for Charles, Messiah about hope you any other business. Sorry.
Eda. Yama, Ibra John Dramani Mahama Akwaba.
Okay.
The Trimqua, the Yamipena Waye. Waka Bibia, yes, and Papa, and I say. Obetra na kwabem.
Okay.
Also that suggestion say all money ministers appointees in terms of ministers emro 60.
Yes.
Which is good. Nemum enye nko agencies are hold on so ehu hia. But my for forestry commission any example.
Okay.
Before I call forestry commission na almost structure na one na there was no deputy. Nti Yero Akufo-Addo added one deputy ka ho. Ye call nya challenge ho. They were not happy say Ombema Kwayama deputy Abba.
Okay.
Simply because on 3 executive directors and the directors under them. Omuna report to the
CEO.
CEO. The Omu how on pass through the
deputy
CEO. The Anyama Estebo Kakrama and I say Juma. In another second term, 2 become home and
3 deputy CEOs.
3 deputies.
Okay.
And the Forestry Commission. Now here Forestry Commission 3 divisions or CEO Nasi, Forest Service Division, the Wildlife,
yes.
And then the TIDD, on a revenue no FIBA. Now, Osha Nina saw executive directors, some directors under them. And now Osha a Juma Pa deputy CEOs to Bayana. In fact, would define any year. And the messenger said, once we decided to say, or the size of government, you know. And
it should not just be ministers.
No.
On government is so saying ministers.
Yes. On the ministers on Teso my reform.
Because apart from ministers 60, or some promising a lean government.
Yes.
And the government machinery.
On Teso my reform. Now you who say ampa the Okayan or the or see ayoyo. Now Mestre say, Baba Ben wouldn't o here football but o here na sir. Because when yes you know. Can say maybe you can say okwotena nche no wo hu niema bia na ofi se eni kwanse nka oye ene wo se hu niema bia nsenka oye eye ni yi a nka niema beden ebesesa de wo nsuo hu na wo hye nyina no ani ahobrase a ode ba no omanyame ini nanim kan bibi wo wiase a sa niema ne ka bo mu pe na de asam ba obi a onye sika no se nye tumi aka ho sika nkasa de mpeja ba sa de afiase den enam to me so the impage but the Sunday I said and Sunday money you kabum at the same time and now who say arrogance no you can say arrogance of power and who say seminar and nam na Mr. Nase and nam who na wanyanti
Yes.
Obama the appointees in atiase the intia or say enye kwao say obe win said was winning you know I mean what you can say that normal there be normal sir bribi wo ho but and the many age ho pa na mfi sen ko bank or the numbers be aboy LGBTQ plus and then in sebuna ka ho but thank God and the Supreme Court 7 can say
0
yes 7-0 I need the answer I feel discuss it I mean who say man ba ko na or support to or case now here the original
704 and
against
the plaintiff.
Against the plaintiff.
So they are using the word not constitutional.
Yes.
Against the plaintiff.
If you want to say
almost the application is without merit.
Yes.
Because he signed or
yes,
it has not become law. It is a premature application.
And I'm happy say Oyero Mahama o share so for na make home bi. O catch him say no. Not under his watch. Or see any juma. Yoruba when they all kind there. Any juma say because when you to me. But Yoruba Mahama catch that so for a shay and bosse. Or no, ni GDH then say, San Yama way nyame den, a chiwade.
Into an sign.
Into an sign.
Okay.
Nti me mpa ba me ban say nyame man nkwane ahoden. Na on the 7th no ba.
Otna so on.
Otna so mo ma de nchekra.
On sign obi.
On sign my yen. On sign from my yen. Na Ghana for any 2 minutes day. E ma no. You be an 2 minutes no.
On sign pa.
We will support him. We will pray for him.
Oh, Akufo-Addo and sign. Yes, don't sign.
The challenge. The challenge with the SOFO can they say when the term of a parliament ends, every bill near the Ebeko parliament I go through process. No, say young consummate into law. Na new parliament, but you have to start everything afresh.
Yeah.
It is and if Akufo-Addo doesn't sign now, na Mahama ba, we might get into that challenge.
Oh, be able to take 3 days.
No, my day.
No more to me. Now the run and once I revive in the cake. Oh, my man, a Troy. And now kita one that is super waste time. My head.
The other commission.
I go for the don't bedu no mas no can some cry yenti. Say na wa be kan wa. E dey asem na.
It is almost starting fresh cry nche.
Obi.
Ade ne da what that. Some joys and we
can.
Obi. Ade yes refi ho. Because you see empire botany chi. Ade yes refi ho ina say. Sa bo share na o share yin asofo no. Ni ana ba wo de abo Ghana for.
Yes.
Because you see you Ghana for do eto aba man na. And ti ana me ni nua people for nya adwen say yen kofo ameto aba. Obi ani ba bi ameto aba.
Sir.
Yes, obi ani ba bi. Obi ka say obi ba bi ameto aba is never true.
Okay.
Share Ghana for decided in 2016 said do no beto aba me Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
And eto man no nya o man pani be die. And say na o ka say o mkofo ba bi and nka obi anu su election okroma say. Anamwa, because our numbers not true about MPP there. As MPP will never lose election in this country. It's never true. Members saying a year MPP card bearing members, any NDC. I don't want to even say it's a party for a Ghana for, and they decided to say yeah the mandate my Euro John Dramani Mahama. And to do na war mining when I twabano and a day 2 year day a shannon sa. And to yen your home yet to me a shannon sa yet anachi. We will pray for him. You ever heard so Mr. CD? And then many could you agree where we say, sir, pressure, and we have to stop it.
Pressure, dear.
Oh, like, back on my doctor, phone now, dear Ben. Look, the man hasn't even taken office. On take office. No, a bit more confirms and can confirm it. Say if you 15, bet me do 5. And then confirm it. What you say? What you say? Mumenya would say my papa. Now, you had 2 million, sir. There, who can evidence? We have to pray for him. You ever advise him that the baby are not some run fast wedding and my answer saying, about 2 since I know. And you be said, we will change your deal. And now Ben could ye. As I said, on my move on, you position yourself well.
Okay.
So that Bibi Biara, Nim Diana, not dream, not buying the Beban, you bet my benefit from the government. Other than that, so we catch us our baby Bama individual best line. And we'll be at this Kako show to my egg correct. Menu ya again say you can't buy or touch it every sector. You're more buying. Just a month man come some. I'm who the ranch Ghana for any main family because they're more buying. I wasn't in there to direct them how they should do their own communication. Nemu Yera Mahama Fina Oba. On track on your grass. Until fire no. I ebano. MCC.
Onya honey.
When you be catching. Do me a large cacao. I. Once I casa quite do so. Yana is here doing. I'm saying now on your president is here. So please, we now put Tremano or your president. That's a doom son or bar. You never do home. But once on your president
from January 7th, fair question.
I want to be in Nakasa. I feel obedient. Be chat one say. Election way, but was I bapa. Ubile buying ye. Election security near buying some. Never police forms them.
Police are buying.
I buy, but so many decided say,
okay.
Yeah, my government appointees, whether national security minister or defense minister or what do you call it, interior minister, and solely IGP in charge. Or by press conference on Tiana. Now some of the kind of debate by
assembly.
I'm telling you, yet you are better day. Yeah, but to Mobian can say soldier phone who can some police station baby. Now say if police phone here more on the terms are from. Only my some can I did for buy. What can't say here more on the terms of police one? What can't say all the divisional police command, any district commanders say Muhia more, Mun keep permission from the headquarters answer.
That's how much soldier
for Nakasa. Nasa now okay, wouldn't say a trouble on network here. You have a trouble. 2 to 3 days no. We are Kokranenko, obedient check of Renko. Nasa Nippon intimi for headquarters, NG permission. On Timison Fre a soldier for not the basic AC. And Tinipa who won in your machine now already see Kwashima. I feel like some more giant police, more giant police in 5 cents for war. I must sign press statement. The country. What was a man agree you, Hannah? Obia almost say a ship, yes, a police station crowd. And you went to Mofa, Ballot Free Eastern Region Bar, police trading school. Given you. In love for security, yes. Now yet, Hiya. One to me and for ballot box, no 400 of them. I'm a police training school. I'm a bohon buying. Now we are go school. I'm a police station. Me say, now go constant cry down on Nagesha. The whole divisional police command Techiman. I'm a soldier for the tanks. Amoka and a koyi. I can say local government minister, ne municipal chief executive, any other people are no more share sabi. Washroom, man, kind of washroom. On back on the ceiling. We should be able to make the Rusima come with him coin. Because we said, yes, you are on the say, Sabia and grass, no Bokusia. A Boja or Hano, Boja, Hana, Kusin, Shimna, Matana, and teacher, or you didn't want to say, or Fredjanuma. We see no funny. Yes, I get to I'm telling you, because so, or Obi, or Pequia, I save in life. Show, he said police station. Yes, but if you police divisional commander, say a soldier for and fat tanks and Maham and be Nankwa. Panan can't tell it is as somebody better about you. Yeah, can't Magana intimate by any moon cancer. He has failed. What fairly the management of the security our this year's election was fairly poto. What kind of instruction is this? What kind of instruction is this? Sir, Obi, problem about this is a instruction from you. And so what you ask? Why?
Because I'm a chairman of that.
So what?
Of that committee.
You and what baby? Argentina. Divisional police command and district commanders there one. Mom said 2 minutes to me acting on your behalf. Okay. And I do one way no but you check from for. I'm free IGP and on the police.
Dabi.
That I know check from for. This is a free IGP and said the Nipana police station. Dabi. Me patrol Dabi. So what is that? Nagana for na you see you see and this atare no. Your application ya dia share. Your find can the koto. In the question man hono omode box the kuku school dan
school demo and a boys na kwase school dan.
And according to the omo can say 1:40 a.m. and omo say jai den at school. What is an koran exams?
And so mutimi ko school dan na
school dan nya she.
E ba boys no more.
And yeah na ya brother. You see a say charge omo ina kora because say won himself.
45.
O say
yes ya chini pa 45.
I mean say ya chini pa but what are na ma dey na say you as ya chini pa. Because obi school police station near Maguno, yes, say no.
Now they are
Argentina, the Kogu school, them, so young fat police if only be uncle, so uncle to uncle, he say, Bia, will be a cram for Bass, every year, Emma. Near German, she answer because already no, this week, Abba, Abatono. And we say my winnie, and I least for some try and waiting on resolve matters no enti the ballot ni kugu baby the ye go police station crash ya the other kugu school them ntimi and say enti me feel say I knew ne juma odi ye anko ye a yen kan se kire yen se kan chance madam for anko ye politicians na ya kabasan ke ye bom ti so e ka de omo kan nyina enti atade na nkofo hye a omo hye se NDC for and yes, omo ye niema no. How do you determine some NDC for?
Mate.
Because so or say me patari si asha me timi kwa design ni bi. Anakwajo bajo atare no. Untimi design fan here. Na crimes go be committed for party. Eti me fi say awon adwuma no manye ye. Eti nipa awu bebrebe ni yin na no. Look obremu electoral commission obremu am say.
So they were not in charge.
Police ni kwa timi kan kire obi say madam for 120.
Remember
me hear video no by say si oboase east. Say omo kan kire PC say 120 sign ade na call. On kwani 2 minutes the hen den ope. Now if a whole police can say some kire civilian na wo civilian dey say na wo kan kire omo.
So for my na say Honorable Edu Asare me ntio.
Ojo mi ye o ka ko yina but yen cha ntia. No ko ba.
Oh, okay.
Mimi no. Ana kwajo.
I don't know.
You ka ko yen ntio.
Na me as a me sent me sa wo.
Kwajo ya.
Oh, Charlie. Oh. Obi, say,
Yes.
the truth be told, near ni bi wa yende aye asirisem on a lighter note and so on.
Yeah.
But truth is that this country is on the verge of a reset. GD say President Mahama.
Me no ya adwen.
Ye nyina ye de ya hoodin ye nyansan ene ye irishim etai na chia. Me GD say niema enche within a short time. I have that conviction say Ghana will take a different turn. I didn't think I make us even to reduce your friend is saying size of government and no crime betting yama your expenditure are dropping. That is one move. Apart from that, Nyama Yashisha said ye as a government. Maybe if you say ye first, I said it last week and I'm repeating myself. Budget ye in your friend is saying for a country, you know,
yes.
And ye no purposely to generate revenue. Tax. And I made a reference to what Dr. Dufour said some years back. I think his first budget, 2009. Or see, SSA yasisa buying kwandie. SSA I buy for no ye bibi na a mine move for no omo ho hen han omo na kromunye de. These were his words. I believe, sir, the first budget of this country in the next few months, no, it would take consideration of some of these hardships that the country has been through. Yeah. Now, baby, taxes, etimima inyama bobi, ekosro unnecessarily, 23 tax components. Near the good Ediane Bakwa, Ukoto or restaurant. So the Kika account, Ukoto Ediane 140 cities, ADVR, Ubetia tax 90 at the account. So 90 cities, Ubet Biabe, we run 220 something.
Even take it in.
What I say, and for me, I think, say, sa taxes, the baby, you free more. A bit affecting you now as a country. It will be says, I promise now, President Mahama, it will find expression in our first budget. Yes. many new. Taxes.
Taxes.
1001. I people for with trim on the Aba. So again, me biggest a year this apprenticeship program.
Okay.
Me feel say because because of yes, Juma I'm years so I had that encounter with a lot of young people on my year school almost pay BBI, and I have so much confidence in it. And me GD say beyond the apprenticeship, there must also be some key policy pronouncements. Say Ebia, like we've said here before. Government furniture, Nina, Yenton local, Mayankra. Then produce
as a matter of policy.
As a matter of policy. Yeah, because that alone can create a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs. Now imagine say a policy na say yearly. In that one kwa and you been here at the furniture. No. So if someone puts up a nail manufacturing factory in this country, now funny pa now no more ye juma and ye juma ni biya ni creating.
Well, currently we import furniture to the tune of $250 million
Wonderful.
every year.
Again, ye ba nyama ye de furniture no leather, lacquer, anything and these are things imported. What I say, ye ma Ghanaians, young businessmen, incentives they can set up leather manufacturing companies. They can set up fabric industries. Ye bet me edibia upholstery. Ewa yankonya iso. So that anytime Biana, China, take you, China, take you, and that is where the foreign exchange goes. It is for me. I believe in that local industrial revolution. President Mahama preached on his campaign trail, and I believe, sir, some of us, those are the things we want to see, so that Nkobano say. Business as usual. Import. Sankuko kiti policy. I am well into it. Seriously.
Baby.
I'm well into it. I'm GD say within the next 3-4 months, Yema Ministry of Agri, import and I said ye will hatchy, ye will grow her. Na say ye sag and cook on kitten. Na say ye na yetimi kwakoji 20 pieces. 20. Ubia koko GB. Every household 20. Yen say by July, August this year. In Kokwa Hini be import to Abakruma. Because we have some in our backyard. It is how the MPP ridicule such a policy to the extent said now that's so can say Minya Phenomakis it that's what they ridicule NDC for Parliament. And I was so shocked. Say, Mo, you propagated this policy well better than we, the NDC ourselves. And you have forgotten, say, no, Kahu, and our people voted for us. Because it was a good policy. And instead of killing it in quotes, you chose to propagate it. And it worked for us. Nina Kahu and Muna 41%. Yes, it's a class article 39. Anamiwa. Yes, in results, others will count at the call back. You see, Ethiopia, for me, I think, sir, Ghanaians are yet to see their best periods as a country.
Under John
Mahama. Because Wayebida. And I saw this video of 5 chiefs from Asanteman. And social media. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
President Mahama Basso as being Kwame Nkrumah free president Awaba and they don't can say president Kufuor kra yentimi fa no ho entoto ni John Mahama ye ama Kumase ni Asantema. 5 chiefs from Asante Mine today. What you say? They are reposing their confidence in him, knowing what he's done in the past. Press conference. Okay, press conference. The things that President Omo did. For me, I think, sir, Ghanaians should just have patience. Patience is marking scheme. Na matre mutu ye na nsi ha e na ye ni sei enra na po ne kon ho tintin sorry e na ye approve es gracia. Please, who cares?
So some promises mu betwem inti.
Now your promises say betwem aye wa ban mu. Wow, I'm say she from the defeat and his inability to contribute anything to that friend saying campaign now mo ye.
I make us 3 minutes. Fine.
One buying opposition. Who Kazaji?
I can't 1 month to. They are now okay.
It's our opposition.
Obi.
From next year, the Oba Accra Mount.
I say and the next year, move from Namun Timinka. No more just studio in Naman. Now I have a
opposition.
I can't Obi. I can't be 3 weeks. 3 weeks, you'll be able to me.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It's a coup, any state of emergency. And also, they have now, yes, sir.
And there be no come. Missy be able to me. And now, I some more kind of want it.
Say,
who there, who here, what do you
because we can't serve that.
We have a family now. Penya customer. They said, I would have put me. I would David. Won someone what na fear haka me bought me refer to a house ye name farming ko I oba bia na mum yemu kese na mum farming konkosim and some dey afeni e be kan papa ofia
no
how
you have to be measured
how
because mo ya be chimu
she dey ochire
I'm numbers of Parliament we the year so no
let's not be it o ti radio so na o kan I say dictatorship me say obi
me say mo numbers dey the year micro me
so review ho a me say 92 Rollins had absolute parliament 200 oh I dey tru den I say okay can dey and odi dey and me be say I dey na Rollins dey or no military dictator I dey na dey it is just how papa no now the young can
169 na nya Japan na mo dey
obi the American say and then ye kan komo ya ye ke so ye prima mo maye ade ye mo be hihye mra bi amame ka chere guy G said me free her last week Wednesday and Thursday obaha and I'm boy
guy G
no the Thursday one friend say they are not sending a test you host somebody
and your guy G Paul de Sousa yes kaja Paul de Sousa say me chama kojo boati madam for no mitaiti ni pa ono so taiti mi uti mi unti ni bibie ni hono mo a yen ebesesan ya adwen say we are going to be a very constructive opposition and two and komo na ye nyatam didi o me ura jo Mahama ma no nto na no da obi ma betre fia what is my can John Mahama krada I always refer ura sa nidie no e wo ho what you say yes
and bibia o kan bia will hold him accountable for it obi enti sa dia na just obe tricky Ghana fo
number 1 so dey
let's not be can we come as yeah we will not allow them to come and trick Ghanaians so obe tricky yen obe ye sulia because that time I ho chiraba yes, you go Ukraine, yes, you can COVID, yes, Nina, he referred to his era. And I'm a boy. It be referred to the era. No? It was a hope. Hope we should the Obi the Mawa. A child, you know. So, sir, it was a hope that he gave it to Ghanaians. And they say, Baby, I'm it, Obi, me charge energy. You say, near Bemo. You say, I'm it, Nana, I can say, be a Bekosunet on the 7th. Will hold Nana Akufo-Addo responsible for it. What you say? Government, security, and then Dokuna okay. Nana Akufo-Addo want to me and farm 1 cedi. And yet now be corner the 1 cedi. And unti Ghana for catch and say only party na ya take it among. Mon konko tenefi. on one or refer to the crew to 1 city. Me can't say Obi. Or now, so China or Bomay Docun 1 city. Me can't say. And then taxes I can once me. Port. And I know I free young crab at Tenefia. I catch say, Port, only reducing. And I'm a boy. I'm promised
120 days.
Thank you.
Social contracts.
All those levies now a was on Obi. I will be very happy. Say, sir, 19. You can't 19 taxes. Oh, ye bebre free. Oh, ye bebre. COVID. And that by could be a mimi who I see be the special levy. Nana Kufuado were ye. Also, the development, also on Tiasi, also on Cotton Fee. What come on in the party now? Or right, John Mahama Bar. I may expect this Obi. Yanya ye near my port. And they say me bill of lady Bakwaba. Obi. Sanima win the first 100 days. We have to see a sign.
Command.
Say, oh, no kind. Oh, no, I can't say no. Me already, Mamma can't say no. Say, Sanima win special levy. Me decide chance to say, dear chances on Tiasi, or not the me. Now, wash it. Be the network charge. Yeah, charge your network. Near some charge your network national
we bold power.
Say a idea
very bold.
Oh, master.
And then I hold the best will be.
It's only
Ubisami.
it do be try contemplate
Ubisami.
Only a free year munina.
Ubisami.
Obi, almost started a crop started failure. Almost started
one now. Kanutina, you know,
now. Obi. And come on, you or Memua years soon. Obi, where a crack Charles no go in the man of the accident.
Taxes in our womb.
Obi, 18 on cardio or see obey ye free. Now, the 4 Cantamanto 4 1 more woman in CIA or sell more business community. I'll say in Obi. Yeah, per se, because all to me come from Hundi. Oh, and no, I make a chance. I mean, I agree. So, I say
a social contract. I'm sure so be.
No, Obi.
Media me wanya me but obey. But what the son of Joe
say? Ghana for me.
But I don't know.
We know that one for Obi. But who
media me nyashi. But Obi, see me quite say. Nyamiadum, Obi. Mama konya betina he. And I'm saying just a kojo do asare. O tu free fia. And the Obas on your ready says, so cast over make a sense to the other number of police for me. A box in the best word there, but yes, I don't know what they are. Obi, it's yeah, the social contract now. I cannot. Your mom, pie man, made me my castle or Yena Ghana for a hotoya. Obi, some my cat was a me, so you know you're met to Abamana. Sure. Some of the count. And your own, say, oh, me, yes, say, Obi, it's on ye, ne, but yampe any excuses. Yam beso we catch and so abane ko na hold a hold no nya catch and did that. O na mo ko campaign na wan kan say na Akufo-Addo na ban o ma digi ho a eno tumuto Obama na me fili ho na wa fili ho no be catch am say why say be repeat the same thing. Obi enya dwuma ne enya dwuma tira media de ya makono ne say Ghana fo apam Akufo-Addo na ban. Okay, Ghana fo apam Akufo-Addo ne party, no excuses. Ora John Mahama ye mon pa ye man Ghana for the GDA aso ne nsem a waka nyina mu
obeye oka obeyo
the obeye ni nyina so ye di private toilet so o ti ni nyina ye ba the ball fia ha oye no ye ni ye be bo kiri nyina ma no ana be boa ye bo kiri nyina ye pija ni di kosoro
after 7 the program have heard
Obi enya 7 je na mo anya ni ye
oh that's 7 January
Obi
that's when you're president.
No. Yeah, money time. Because you can be me na beka happy.
Okay.
Manifest budget timra. If the budget can give us hope. You say okay me say hope no de be my budget no. Obi someone kakra nka ho because say budget no so ye we na implementation no at take place. It's true. The obetimi aya say taxes no. Say social contract no. I was say ye hyehyɛ
Baku 26.
Thank you. It will be at the first one your taxes no so be reduced.
Betting
taxes and Kolana you ready.
Betting tax.
And Kolana charging over your work.
Ye be. It's 180 days.
Mommy come I don't know what to yen.
my conditions. Oh, yeah, then Ghana.
One of
MPP. Oh, yeah, Ghana. MPP.
The son of a man who man conditional. Say no be check on tempo. No other man condition. Condition na ye follow. And yes, she order family no asun. Na me come asim. Masum na adu minu no obi.
What say betting tax won't be
obi. Me see ya ready say the first announcement.
Obi ye
Ye levy obey.
Betting tax, e-levy, emissions levy, and a COVID-19 levy.
Thank you. All these things, matter say some senior economists be man advice.
What I say? We are who never be kese do.
Yeah, person some crime no be fast. E dey whole beer
new enye emfa Ghana for. Whole beer be ba da obia emfa Ghana for.
Mo be fele.
Whole me be fele. Budget no enye Ghana for na ye amom.
Oh yeah, man for Burkina Faso.
And I mean, we are doing it for Ghanaians. It's a whole better. We will spread it in a manner Ghana for obeying. That is why we are doing the budget.
Oh, they are just
we need to do it for the Ghanaian people.
On table, no be you.
And yes, I mean, table no be. Make catch say, oh yeah, oh fee nasa oh yeah penny.
Yes.
Nasa ona ohwe wo mba. Na usika yeditia and then yeditia yeditia oh the sisi a won kan sisi a won kan
senior prefect that two wey na dey
be papa o fie na say wakatia ho yi a you adjust o hwe ba bia na odidi pa wa na wa
they say the yam belt e no come na fe na be dim pa
tie na kan tie no asopam tie no asopam because o ka e bia o room every day o fie adwuma ba o room be 3 answer wa ba fie what you say it's one now be no one now the two no ato nchen now the ahwe kola no sa na ye no what you say that is how you manage it motor land cruisers call back and forth motor land cruiser crap Lexus and amu yusu Lexus 570
no right your mama to use
Lexus 570 and anamu yusu
money brad yes money brad 2
luxury